Hi guys, Lockdown here. Welcome back to part 6 of my Skyblock 1 block series. I just want you to sit back, relax, put your remote down. I'm going to take it from here. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that's hit that subscribe button. All of the lovely comments that you've been giving me. It is so good to know that you guys are enjoying watching this as much as I am enjoying making it. Today's episode we will be mainly concentrating on the auto farmer. I'll also show you this. I have cured of a zombie villager. So I got myself some golden apples, brewed up some potions, and I have got myself as my first zombie villager. Look at that. 1 stick for an emerald. Fantastic. So I have been making sure I hit this guy every day. And I treated myself to a stack of golden carrots from one of my farmers. I've just made this into a bit of an apiary at the moment where I'm breeding the bees up. I have been name tagging them very originally, just calling them bees. So getting ready to move them over to our bee powered auto farmers. Now I'm not doing a block by block tutorial on how to do these, but I'm going to show you the different stages. It's not a hard build, but we'll go through each of the stages as we do. I think the hardest thing here to do is the minecart unloader, and even that's not that hard to do. So I'm going to start in the corner and we're going to work ourselves along, and you're going to see how to make these, because they really are quite a game changer, I think, for emeralds and for food. So let's get on with it. And of course it starts raining just as I'm going to start recording the tutorial. This rain, oh my god, this. Now I need to say right from the start that these farms work on the principle that you completely fill the villager's inventory. So you need to give the villager 8 stacks of whatever you want to farm, whether it be wheat or beets. Now I might have said in one of my previous videos that these farms will work with carrots or potatoes. They don't, but wheat and beet are, I think, the ones that give you the best return. Wheat for your animals and beets for the emeralds. So that's enough of me chatting. Let's just get on with this. And so it begins, guys. So we have got ourselves here an 11 by 11 frame with a 9 by 9 farming plot, and I've dug down a level. I do think obviously in a skyblock world dirt is quite limited, so you could just leave the dirt underneath. It depends. If you've got stacks and stacks of dirt, that's completely fine, because rails will go onto dirt, but I'm going to use stone instead. Yeah, the first thing you need to do is decide how you're going to power your rails. I'm going to use redstone blocks because I have got plenty of redstone, but you can, if I just crouch here and hit that, you put a torch in, you put your block in, and then you can power your rail, and it will power it as well all the way along. So if you're short of redstone and you're in a normal world, then that is completely fine to do. Also, you could just use one powered rail. Oh, I lost my bit of cobble. That goes there. That goes there. So I'm going to put a redstone. I'm just going to run a blocks to the end. I'm going to put in another redstone block just before the turn. I said I like it to have a little boost before it goes around the corners. You need to put in one now on every other corner. You turn round and you do the opposite this side. There you go. Now when you run your rails, you do need to start with a non-powered rail. This is for the minecart unloader. So if you've got enough to do double powered rails, fantastic, but it will just work fine with a single powered rail. I've only added these fences in for decorational purposes. I mean, you can get chickens and pigs will fit underneath this. They shouldn't interfere with a minecart, but I'm just trying to limit what gets underneath. I'm going to come down here, stop before that, and then I'm going to put my 2 powered rails in again. I'm coming back down, and then my 2 powered rails again. Once you've got this all filled in, it should look something like this. We've got our loops that go back and forth. It's just a simple minecart track, nothing too fancy, but you must put a solid block at the end, because if this is not a solid block, even a wood block, it won't work. So it needs to be a solid block at the end, so that when it hits that, it bounces back off. So that is quite an important thing. Once you've got to this stage here, it is literally just a matter of filling it in, making sure that you leave that block in the middle there. That's going to be your water source. Once it's all filled in, it should look like this. There we go. We've got our square 9 by 9, put a slab in the middle and waterlog the slab. Now this farmland will hydrate the whole thing. Just a matter of filling it in. So we want to come up 2 or more. If you want to come up 3 and make them really tall, that's not a problem. It's just about how you would like to decorate it. And then we fill it in. Oh. Whoops. And my entrance is going to be here, so I will leave that space clear for me to get in and out and trade with the villagers. And we're going to fill that. I actually like to put a roof on. Not really necessary, but if you get a lightning strike on your villager, they're going to turn into a witch. That's going to completely break the farm. And I'm also putting more than one villager in mine, because I've got all of the spawn eggs from that one block. So I've got plenty of villagers. I've got more villagers than I know what to do with. So, but I'm still going to put a roof on, just to save the fuss of having to replace the villagers as the game goes along. Let's get that roof on, and we're going to get it lit up, and I'll show you what it looks like. Right, here we go guys, we're all filled in, we've got our roof in. Now mine is going to be a bee powered farm. They don't have to be, they can just be a farmer in here, and you can literally just put your composter in and you put your block on top, and that one block would be enough to light it up. But because I'm putting 2 farmers in mine, I'm going to leave this clear so that I can actually stack my 2 composters on top of each other, so that both farmers can be linked to their workstations. And I've got to get the bees in obviously as well before I do that. Very simple structure guys, no problems at all. Let's move on to the unloader. Right guys, here we are. We're going to put in our loader and unloader. Now this is the simplest redstone circuit that you'll ever see, but you can set it up wrong. Now as you can see, I've dug down an extra layer here and I've put in a second floor, and you really need to do this. This is the right way of doing it, but I have actually done it as a ground level just to show you what happens if you don't dig down. So we need to put in our hoppers first. So we want a hopper going into the chest and then into the hopper. We then want a comparator signal coming out of that with a block, redstone torch on that block on top of the torch, repeater which will power because of that redstone torch, block on top of the comparator, and then when we drop our powered rails in, they are going to get powered from that repeater. Now when we put in a stack of items, there you go, now that comparator is reading that there is something in here. It has turned off the redstone torch, and as the blocks filter through, maybe I shouldn't have put so many in, as the blocks filter through, we'll just wait and the power will come back on again. And there you go, guys. That is the simplest redstone circuit that you can ever make. It is literally just those components. Now when we put our minecart on, it's going to whiz away. It's powered plenty, so it will work fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a stack of dirt in. Let's just do it that way. There you go, that's picked up. And then when our minecart comes down, depowers the lines, and there is not enough momentum for the minecart to go back up again. So that is it. It's kind of locked in that position until these get depowered again. And when it gets depowered, it is actually going to drop, and then once it drops, hits the block, it's got enough power to go off, and it will just do its thing. Now I'm going to show you why. I'm going to do exactly the same circuit this side, but I'm going to do it that one higher up. So hopper, hopper, comparator, block, block, torch, block, repeater. There we go. Exactly the same circuit, but without the one block drop. We'll get our powered rails, and we'll put our minecart on, and there it goes off on its business. Now when I get my blocks in here, I bet I've missed a thing. There they go. There goes the minecart. It's unloading. Just wait for the power to come back on. And there you go. Power's back on. But because the minecart is sitting in the middle of the two hoppers, it hasn't got that momentum to be pushed off. So once it hits that block again, that's it, it's off. So that's why you've got to drop it down and have this drop off so that it actually locks the hopper in that downward position, so that once it's finished unloading, it will be sent back off again. So just give us a sec. I'm going to change this to how it was supposed to be, and we'll move on to the next stage. Here we go, guys. We've got our two minecart unloaders. I have tried to decorate them the best I can using solid blocks. Yeah, it's not as pretty as it could be, but I can still get to my chests. And I haven't put the minecarts in yet because I do want to put the villagers in, and I do want to get the bees in. Now here are our bees. Now hopefully these guys are going to behave. I have name tagged them all, as I said. I don't want them despawning. If anything, the thing that's most likely to despawn seems to be the leads at the moment. Leads just despawn all the time. Now I'm hoping these guys won't fly away. Now where are my 4 leads? One, 2, 3, and where's number 4? He's off. There he is. Always good to have flowers in your hand if you're dealing with bees. It's just as simple as pulling these guys in now. You could obviously just take 2 in and then breed those 2 up. I mean, come on you 2. Push you out the way a bit. There we go. Oh, I thought they did it then. It's always a bit tricky dealing with mobs. There we go. We've got our 4 bees in. And we just attach them up here. There we go. Lovely. Worker bees. Now here comes the fun part. Let's try and get these villagers in here. And I will advise straight away the best way to get them in there is just using their own pathfinding. So I will set up a boat. I'm going to get a boat down. We've got our egg. Now when you use a spawn egg, they will have a preset trade, but don't worry about that. They will actually change once it is in working hours. So there we go. He's a cleric at the moment. Hopefully once we put this down, as long as you're doing it during working hours, he should, there you go, he's changed. Now I'm setting these guys up as my beet farmers, so I do want to put him on a beet trade to start with, but I won't be trading with these guys once I've got my trading hall up and running, so I will actually close them in. Potatoes. There you go, beets. So he's now locked in as a beet farmer. Let's get his workstation and put that there. There you go, he's locked onto that. Now hopefully you're going to go to your job. Might just need a little bit of encouragement. Oh no, 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 no. I forgot to give him the seeds. The most important thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stacks of seeds. Now if I try to give him a 9th stack, he is not taking that. And now hopefully his pathfinding should work. Is it planting time? Should be working time. Oh, there you go. And off he goes into his little home. Now I am going to put down a quick stack of seeds here because I don't want him to use up his inventory space. And let's get this next guy done. You're going to be beets. There we go. We got our beet trader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's locked in. Let's give him his seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Make sure. There you go. Not taking any more. his workstation. This one's going to be a bit trickier. I need a block. There you go, and he just locked onto that. Where's your mate gone? There you go, you're in there at least. Can you not pathfind over that? Okay, welcome to your new homes. Not quite as smooth as I would have liked, but we got them in there, and we can oh, they're very interested in me. Right, I've only got to do that 5 more times. On my days, this is going to take ages. Well, here we go, guys. We're back up in the sky again. Finally all done. Our first 8 farms in. 2 wheat, 2 beet, 2 beet, and then 2 wheat. That is going to give us so many emeralds. I wish you could use this type of farm with carrots and potatoes as well. It would make it so much easier. I know there is the game mechanic where you can get villagers to throw food at hungry villagers. I don't think the rates on those are particularly good, not as good as what they are on these, especially beets. These things kick out beets like you wouldn't believe. I have got a whole stack down there that's got so many emeralds in it already. Now I have started plotting out our next 4 farms, which are going to be melon and pumpkin farms. Keep making those emeralds. Now unfortunately each one of these is 45 pistons, I think 45 to 50 pistons per farm, so I am either going to have to make an iron farm first, or I am going to hit that one block really hard, get loads and loads of iron going and start getting those pistons put in. There's also quite a lot still need to be done to the gold farm. It is the amount of swords that I get. I need to put in an auto sorter and an auto smelter over there so that it just smelts as it goes, rather than having to keep transporting all the swords. So that's definitely something that I'm thinking of doing. I might kind of do a bit of that and a bit of this and then a bit of that. And I also need to get in another island, or another couple of islands for over there. We'll start really building up this space. I've really enjoyed making this. I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am. Thank you to everybody else that's liked and subscribed my videos. I've had some lovely comments, so keep them coming. If you're not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It would help me out a ton, help out this channel. I am very new still to YouTube, and I'm absolutely loving this. Everything that I've learned I want to try and pass on to anyone else, or just have some fun. And don't forget to lock it down.